Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Shafi Izri Metimah Mahizin. Today I would like to present about introduction of the planning permission process. Planning permission process is the written permission of the local planning authority. In general, planning permission is procedure in which the applicant must submit an application to the local planning authority for approval before starting any development on the land and building as provided under Section 21A of the Development Proposal Report and Section 21B Layout Plan. Planning permission is required after land conversion approval is obtained, where it was before the building plan to continue. There are no limit of land to be exempt from planning permission, although the land is less than 1 acre. A planning permission granted by the local planning authority for an area. For area is in a municipal, district council, municipality, planning permission issued by the relevant authority of the local planning authority area. 1.1 Aim to exploring the implementation of the planning permission process. There are three objectives. For the first one is to study the Act 172 on planning permission, to identify the processes that are being taken to solve a planning permission, and the last one is to identify the duration of planning permission process. Okay, 1.3, which is scope of study. The scope of study is to study the planning permission process at the Kulim Municipal Council. This study was conducted to identify the time it would take to complete the planning permission process. It also intended to know the processes that are being taken to solve a wholesale planning permission.
So moving on to who give the planning permission. So basically, as we know that planning permission is granted by the local planning authority by following an area. However, for areas in a municipal, district councils or municipalities, planning permission is issued by the relevant authority of the LPA area under Section 5, Subsection 1. But for areas outside of a local authority, planning permission will be granted by Department of Town and Country Planning. State that the local planning authority for the area outside the local authority under Section 5, Subsection 2. Whatever it is usually made by the local authorities by a full meeting of council or district. Assalamualaikum, my name is Yuri Nadira. So today I'm going to present about the definition planning permission. So what is planning permission? Planning permission is a written permission of the local planning authority. So it is a legal process of determining whether proposed development should be permitted or not. And furthermore, it also required after approval of land conversion. Approval is obtained where it was before the building plans to continue. And lastly, there's no limit of land to be exempted from planning permission, although the land is less than 1 acre. So basically, if you have any land that less than or more than 1 acre, you still have to apply the planning permission first from the local authority and then, before do any kind of development on the land. So moving on to the third topic, which is the important item in considering applications for planning permissions. So there are 6 main important items in application for planning permissions. So the first one is provisions. So where the provisions of the development plan, which has been gazetted or still in preparations. So the second one is about the instructions, where the instructions is given by the state planning committee. And then the third one is one of the important items in planning permissions, which is the development proposal report. So basically, we use and we need the development proposal report is because of in there we state a lot of justification about the development that we want to build. So, but if there are any objections, because objections can also be made by neighboring landowners under Section 21. So application should consult the National Physical Planning Council or NPPC. And then lastly, commentaries of the technical departments concerned. Moving on to the next topic, which is validation on development without planning permissions. So requirement to obtain planning permission is required under Section 19, subsection 1 in Act 172, which is all development shall have or obtain the approval of planning permissions from the local planning authority. However, if the development is carried out without any planning permission, the owner can be convicted basically. So the last one is penalties might be imposed is in accordance with Section 26, subsection 1, which is a fine note exceeding 500,000 or to imprisonment not up to 2 years, 2 years or both.
Next, 3.0 study area. What we can see now, which is there are two maps, one for to show that the Kulim, and the second one, which is the Mukim, and the Kulim map show that the Mukim of the Kulim. So district information, number of Mukim, which is 15, Parliament 2, and Dun 1. Okay, this is the information of the Mukim, which include Sidam Kanan, Naga Lilik, Padang Meha, Sungai Seluang, Lunas, Padang Cina, Karangan, Sungai Ular, Kulim, Sedim, Mahang, Bagan Sena, Terap, Junjung dan Keladi. So the total of the Kulim district, which is 764.00 km or 79,400.84 hectare. It has 226,729 population, and according to Kedah Kulim RSN, it expected to have 265,013 urban residents by 2020. Description of case study. Vision: Kulim Municipal Council is to be the leader of dynamic, visionary and stable municipal management. Mission: to improve the town cleanliness, beauty, development and safety through stable development planning program and strategic planning, comprehensive society involvement as well as effective administration for the sake of people's prosperity. To achieve, establish well-planned, organized and sustainable developments, provide basic facilities and urban infrastructure which are complete and of good quality, establish an urban environment that is clean, beautiful and safe, establish a conducive urban environment to encourage industrial, trading, business and tourism growth, and establish an urban society which is progressive, united and informative. Next, this is also the description of the case study, which is 10 July 1999, Kulim Municipal Council began when the Memorandum of Upgrade of Kulim District Council to the Kulim Municipal Council. 29 March 1995, which is the Kedah Darul Aman State Security Office following the approval of the full council meeting between the head of department. And then 22 April 1997, Kedah Darul Aman State Government Standing Committee on 1997, the committee reviewed the local authority upgrade. And then 16 November 1998, YB Dr. Tin Chiu Pei, former Ministry of the Housing and Local Government, has support the promotion of Kulim District Council to Kulim Municipal Council. And then 22 February 2001, YB Dr. Sri Ong Kating, Ministry of Housing and Local Government, to speed up the upgrading application process. And then 6 June 2001, a special meeting of the head of division and units was held to discuss preparation relating to the declaration of the Kulim Municipal Council. And then 30 August 2001, the MPK declaration was held at the Kladi Stadium, Kulim, witnessed by thousands of Kulim District Community Group. Sultan Kedah, Sultan Abdul Halim, declared the Kulim District Council to the Kulim Municipal Council. And then last one, which is 1 August 2001, Kulim District Council has been upgraded to Kulim Municipal Council.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Sarah binti Muhammad. Today I want to present about the approval process for planning the municipal council Kulim. First is application. Pursuant to section 21(2) of the Act 1976, application may be submitted by the landowner or anyone with the written consent of the landowner. Second is the document required when making application. First, Form A pursuant to the first schedule is provided by Section 21(1) of the Act 1976. Second is second authority. Later is the non-landlord application and must include the landlord approval letter and landlord certification or signature on the plan among the structure planning and local plan provision, and payment of application process for planning permission. And next is document information extra request. First is certification of approval of road, several system backup report, and last is EIA report if applicable. Next is planning permission process. First stage is the regional office will make a full report on the application land, and this application will take 14 days. And next is the application is required to apply to the local planning authority for planning permission. Third stage is the approval of the building plan need to be checked with the ensure the building is in the completion with established standard and guideline. Fourth stage, engineering department will take action, and five stage and external technical agency will proceed, and lastly the collection coordinate of worksheet. Local authority will consider review and certification from the technical department. Next is district land office prepare and submit report for the state authority consideration. The report to be submitted for the consideration of state authority will be given through the state land and mineral office, and this process will take 10 days. And next is application submit by the application will be considered by the state government meeting council. At this stage will take for around 14 days and to get the decision. Lastly, the land and mine office will submit the decision of the application made to the district land office for the future action to be taken. The final process of the land and mine office is to announce the decision to the district office within 5 days. One stop center. Local center commit meeting. At full meeting, the decision of the council will be given to the application or either decision on the application to be delayed, reject and on approved. If the application decided as adjourned by the full council meeting, letter will be issued by the meeting commit to be forwarded to the building planning and urban planning commit for notification and the application will be forwarded to the next meeting. In addition, application may also appeal by resubmit new application to be the council, and if the application does not make a appeal, the application process will be deemed to be determination. Decision on the planning permission will notice to the application by way of approval in the sole and absolute discretion, set an approval date and expiry planning permission, and the all of entire process took 51 days to complete the all process. Lastly is Act 172 involved in the planning permission process. First is application for planning permission. The application for planning permission in respect of a development shall be made by authorities of the local planning and shall inform and shall contain the particular and company declaration, document, plan and fees. Next is the application is not a landowner on its development to be carried out. The written permission of the landowner of the proposed development shall be obtained and recorded in the application. Next is the application give any written instruction under section 3 shall amend to plan present with the application according and resubmit the plan with the extent period of period as determination by the local planning authorities. And next is if the plan is not relaxed which in the specific period or the extent period, the application for the planning permission shall be deemed to have which withdraw, but the application may submit a new application. Next is new against the decision of the local planning authorities. First is the appeal against the decision of the planning authority made by under section 22 subsection 3 may be made to the appeal board which in 1 month from the date of the decision to be submitted to him. And lastly, the expired planning permission. A planning permission granted under subsection 22 subsection 3 shall unless extent period expire 12 months after the date it was granted if in the that time development has been instituted as specified in the planning permission.
So we've come to the last topic, which is the recommendation and conclusion. So in conclusion, the planning permissions process is basically run by local authorities, and the local authority acts as the development control authority. Furthermore, the planning permissions under Act 172 can use as a guideline to plan a development. Um, Moreover, good planning can create a healthy and safe environment. That is why planning permission is so important. Besides that, the planning permissions at Kulim municipality takes 51 days to obtain permissions for any planning activity. This process can take a long time as it involves various processes such as concept, amendment, suspension, etc. Lastly, planning permissions is used to ensure the development is sustainable and does not affect the quality of life. That's all from us. Thank you. and Assalamualaikum.